Friends, welcome back to this Ignited Maths. At this video, we are going to ignite the concept of exercise 4.2 of the chapter Determinant and Matrices, class 11 standard of the MH board. At this exercise 4.2, we need the help of the properties of the determinant and non-expanding method. Okay, related to it, the concept should be clear. That video will be getting in the description link also, so no more worry about it. Playlist concept is also ready. Even you can check it at the description link. Later, the complete concept of determinant matrices is available in the description link. So let's get started with the exercise 4.2. First up question, they have asked to find the value of the determinant by the non-expanding format. That is nothing but by using the elementary transformation or by using the properties we can find the value of the determinant. So at the question given, if we will relate with it, we will get the complete solution of it. That is nothing but a 3 cross determinant because it contains of 3 rows and 3 columns. So it will be a 3 cross determinant. Now the first column contains all the constant term, that is nothing but 1 1 1. Each and every term is same, so it's a constant term. At the column 2, it's a monomial term, that is nothing but a b c. Only one variable contains at the column 2. Over column 3, it's a binomial, b plus c plus a plus b. Okay, so we need to relate it such a way that we can find the value of the determinant. By how? By using the elementary transformation. By using the operation of row operation or the column operation, we can find the value of the determinant. Okay, there is not a certain rule that we need to find the row operation or the column operation, because at the question they have not specifically mentioned that we need to operate only row or column. It's up to us. At the term, it contains one, the constant term, yes, and the variable, that is nothing but a b c. Okay, a b c. So there are 3 variables and 1 constant term contained. Okay, if we will see the column 3, that is nothing but b plus c. Okay, this 2 term is there and the leftover term is a. Okay, it's a missing term from column 3. At the second row and column 3, c plus a, and over here b, a plus b, c. If we will watch it, then we will get the complete concept that leftover term of the column 3 is present at the column 2. Here is the relation. Let's think about it. Now we need to operate the column 3. How? Column 3 plus column 2, what will be the answer? A plus b plus c. Over here, a plus b plus c. Over here also a plus b plus c. Operate the column 3, that is nothing but column 3 plus column 2. This is my column 3 and here is my column 2. Just add it. We will get the answer in such a way, a plus b plus c. If we will watch it, the a plus b plus c term is common from the column 3. So what we need to do it? Just take in the common side. Yes, we took it, a plus b plus c at the common. Okay, so the leftover term a plus b plus c into 1 is nothing but a plus b plus c. Yes, but if we will watch it, then the column 1 and the column 3 are absolutely same. But the property says that if any row or any column are identical, okay, are exactly same value, then the value of the determinant will be 0. Yes, we'll be getting the answer as 0. We found the value of the determinant by non-expanding format, by elementary transformation. By using the elementary transformation, that is by column operation, we have found it, and by using the properties we got the answer. In main question, they have asked to prove it. That is nothing but they have given the LHS value and the RHS value. We need to prove that LHS is equal to RHS. So how we need to do it? We used to take the LHS value and we will get the RHS value, or we will take the RHS value and we will get the LHS value. Yes, it's up to us, but for this sum, I'm going to take the LHS value and I'm going to prove it by the RHS. Let's get started. LHS, we can see that all the binomial term is present at each and every row and every column. That is nothing but by respective row and the respective column, if you will watch it, all the binomial term is present. But at the RHS value, all the monomial term is present. How we can convert the binomial term into monomial term? How we can find it? For example, take the trinomial term, subtract by the binomial term. We will get the monomial term. How? Let's take the example. Okay, x plus y plus z, it's a trinomial term. Subtract by the binomial, that is nothing but x plus y. Okay, after doing the calculation, we will get the answer as z. Yes, it's nothing but the monomial. This is how we need to find it. That is nothing but the question is given in binomial and we need to get the answer in monomial. So what we can do it, we need to convert the LHS term in the trinomial term and we need to subtract by the binomial and we will get the answer in monomial. Still any doubt? Let's get started with the solution. Here is the LHS value. Okay, now we need to convert in the trinomial term as we have discussed. So how we can do it? Okay, it's a completely a 3x3 determinant. Okay, in each and every term contains the binomial. Yes, so we can operate any of the row. Okay, it's up to us, but for example I'm operating the row 1. Okay, in place of r1 we can operate r2 and r3. We will get the answer same as I have checked it. Okay, so even we can try it by r2 also. Over here I have operate the row 1. So this is my row 1, x plus y, y plus z, z plus x. Yes, this is my row 1 and I am going to operate in such a way row 1 plus row 2 plus row 3. That is nothing but row 2, row 3. And the respective row and the respective column we need to do the operation like x plus y is there. Yes, so we need to operate by row 1 plus row 2 plus row 3. If we will operate it, we will get the answer as in such a way 2x plus 2y plus 2z. Over here also same, we will get the answer. Over here also same, we will get the answer. Again, if we will watch it, the same term is contained in the row 1. That is nothing but 2x plus 2y plus 2z. It's absolutely same. But at the question given, we need to prove the RHS value. So if we will see, the 2 is common. So let's relate with the 2. Okay, take the 2 common. So 2 common, if we will take it, we will get the answer as x plus y plus z, x plus y plus z, x plus y plus z. Yes, so here is the 2. Okay, so it's common in R1. So what we need to do it, just take in the common side. Yes, we took it in the common side. That is nothing but 2 common, x plus y plus z, x plus y plus z and x plus y plus z. Now as we have planned it, that is trinomial term, subtract by the binomial, we will get the answer in monomial. Here is my trinomial term, subtract by the binomial term. That is nothing but we can subtract by r2 or r3. But as question given, we need to get the answer x at the a11 value. Yes, just check it in the question. We need to get x at the a11 value. But how we can find it? That is, at my a11 it's x plus y plus z and we need to subtract the term that we will get the answer x. How we can get it? Okay, at the r3, okay, y plus z, subtract by the y plus z, we will get the answer x. Okay, a12 element, that is over here, we need to get the answer y. So x plus y plus z, subtract by the z plus x, we will get the answer y. Yes, and at a13, x plus y plus z, subtract by the row 3, that is nothing but x plus y, we will get the answer z. This is how the question asks. Let's get started. Now we have done with the solution part. Okay, row 1 minus row 3. If we will do the operation, we will get the answer as x, y, z. We have completed with the first row and we got the answer 2 also. Now the two operation is still left. That is nothing but at my row 2 and at my row 3. Yes, so the same procedure is applied at my row 2 and row 3. We will check it. Okay, now at the a21 element, we need to get the answer z. So here is my value is z plus x. So I need to subtract in such a way that I should get the x. So how I can subtract it? Z plus x minus x. Can I get the answer z? Yes. At my a13 element, I need to get the answer x. X plus y minus y, we will get the answer x. Yes. And at my a23 element, that is nothing but y plus z, subtract by the z, we will get the answer y. Yes, so this is how we need to do it. Okay, if we will do the calculation, we will get the answer in such a way. Okay, here the row 1 and row 2 are absolutely same from the RHS. The only thing is left, that is nothing but row 3. The same operation we need to do it. Just check it with the question that what we need to prove it and the operation that we have got till over here. Okay, y plus z is over here and we need to get the answer as y. Okay, so y plus z, subtract by z, we will get the answer y. Z plus x, subtract by x, we will get the answer z. This y subtract by the y, we will get the answer x. Yes, this is how we need to prove it, okay? And we got the answer as RHS value by using the operation we have found it. Okay, first starting with the solution part, just check it, what we need to prove it and how we need to prove it and what all things are required for it, and we need to plan step by step and just apply it in the solution part. Third main question, they have given the two sub question in which their question is said that using properties of the determinant we need to show that LHS is equal to RHS. We need to show that. So we need to take the LHS value and we need to prove it by RHS. Second sum is based on the log sum. So second sum I took the LHS part and I'm going to prove it by the RHS part. Let's get started. The determinant is given in the LHS is nothing but a 3 cross 3 determinant, and the RHS we need to get the value as 0. Okay. Now the third main question, the question is absolutely said that we need to use the properties only. So we need to clear the first properties first. There are list of the properties are given. We will be getting in the description link also properties. Okay. 3 cross 3 determinant given, the diagonal element contains the constant term. Yes, and we can see the relation between the row 1, row 2, row 3. That is nothing but at the row 1 we can see the log term. Yes, so log base x to y, log base x to z. Yes, the base term is x is present at the row 1. Okay, and at the row 2 that is nothing but R2. So log base y to x, log base y to z, we can see the base term as y, and at the row 3 that is nothing but the R3, we can see the log base z to x, log base z to y, we can see the base term as z. So is there is any relation between it? Yes. It's based on the base of x, it is based on the base of y, it is based on the base of z. That is nothing but log base x to y is nothing but log y upon log x. Log base x z to z is nothing but log z upon log x. The log x is common in each and every elements of the row 1. I can take it in the common side. Yes, so at this term that is nothing but a11, I am having the constant term that is 1. So how can I convert into log term so that I will get the denominator as common? I will list it in the common list. So I have numerator and denominator I have done by the log x upon log x, that is nothing but 1. Yes, so that I can get it in the constant term, that is nothing but the common term. Think we need to repeat for the row 2 and row 3. The only thing is different is nothing but here the base is y at the row 2, here the base is z. So the same thing I have converted in such a way, okay, in the constant term with respect to I have done by the denominator, that is nothing but over here log y, over here log z. For what? For getting the common term. Log x, log y, log z should be common at the row 1, row 2, row 3 respectively. This what I have done it. Yes, log x, log y, z are common from the row 1, row 2, row 3, and rest of the terms I have listed in such a way. Okay, now the again term we can use the property over here, that is nothing but row 1, row 2, row 3 are identical. So the property says that if any two rows or any two columns are identical, then the value of the determinant will be 0. But over here the 3 rows are totally identical, so no need to worry, just put it the value as 0 and we got the value as RHS. This is how we need to prove it. Main question, they have said that to solve the following equation. Solve the following equation is nothing but we need to find the value of the x, that is nothing but they have given in the determinant form, and the value of the determinant is also given as 0. Okay, just we need to find that value of the x. Let's get started. Now if we will see the second sum, we can use one of the properties. Just think it. Triangle property says that if all the elements above or below the main diagonal elements are 0, okay, then the value of the determinant is equal to the product of this diagonal element. It's equal to the product of diagonal elements. Okay, here I have given the examples listed also, that is nothing but if d1 is equal to the determinant is given, then the value of the determinant is also given the form, that is nothing but a1, b2, c3. Yes, So the same thing we need to apply over here. Here we can see the diagonal elements. Below the diagonal elements, it contains the 0 term. Yes, the value is 0. So we need to use the triangle properties. That is nothing but just multiply the diagonal elements. We have listed over here. We have multiplied by the diagonal elements and we need to relate with it. That is nothing but x minus 1 is equal to 0, x minus 2 is equal to 0, x minus 3 is equal to 0. So I have taken the RHS value so that I can get the x value. So the x value is 1, 2, 3. Sixth main question, they have given the LHS value and the RHS value. Yes, and the question is said that without expanding determinant, we need to show that LHS is equal to RHS. That is by using the transformation, elementary transformation, and by using the properties we can prove it. This is what the question asks. Now the LHS value we have written it. Okay, we can see the similarity between two determinant given. 317 is present at the column 2. Over here also is present in the column 2. Is there any similarities? Yes. Now over here the 4 is common from this determinant given, but this 4 can be common from row 1, row 2, row 3, or column 1, column 2, column 3. It may be, okay, but they have not mentioned it. If we will see over here, okay, 6, 4, 12, is this is a multiple of 2? Yes, we can take the 2 term as common. So 2 3s are 6, 2 2s are 4, 2 6 are 12. That's what we need. Yes, now the 317 is common from column 2, and 326 is common from column 3. Now we have one property, that is nothing but if each element of any row or column of the determinant is expressed as a sum of 2 term, then the determinant can be expressed as a sum of 2 term. Yes, even the examples also have mentioned from A1, B2, C1. In that we have mentioned it. The same thing we are going to apply over here. Okay, this 2 I took in common. Yes, so this 2 and this 4 I'm going to multiply at the column 1. Why not column 2? Because I'm going to express it. 317 is common from column 2, so I'm not going to disturb it. 326 is common from column 3. Even I'm not going to disturb it. So the only bad way to disturbing number is over here at column 1. So let's multiply the numbers in the column 1. By the properties we can see at column 2 and column 3 are identical. That's what we have mentioned over here. And the column 1 we can add it. Yes, we have done with the addition, and even I have written in the sum form, that is number 10 20 10. Okay, now from the RHS we need to relate in such a way so that we will get the answer. Okay, now this 10 20 10, okay, in which I am having it, I am going to interchange as the row. That is column 1 I am going to interchange as the row, and row I am going to interchange as the column. Why? To get the RHS term. This all terms comes in the row 2 and row 3. So how can I bring it? For that purpose I have interchanged the row and column. Yes, I have done with it. Now this 10 is common from the row 1, so I took it as the common and I got the RHS value. For watching this video. If this Igniter Maths is so helpful, then do like, share and subscribe to get more